Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic, and this is another reaction to Nekomonogatari Kuro. It is episode 3, and well, you know what to do. If you want to see the reaction, please just go down into my description. You will find a link, replace the circumflex dot parts with real dots, and enjoy the reaction. Once you've done, come back here and hear out my thoughts about this episode. So, see you soon. Well, for those that came back, welcome back. That was a good one. I liked it. We had, as expected, more of our little Tsubasa cat. We didn't see so much as I kind of hoped about our vampire girl, about Shinobu. And someone of you told me that she gets her name in the beginning of Bakemonogatari. So that's why she doesn't have a name at this moment yet. There are multiple things I've seen in this episode which I liked. So small details in the background, like in this picture as example, the Nyahaha vampire written on the board, or the fact that behind her the rescue scene was painted down. So there were multiple small things. It began with a picture of the white cat running and then jumping, and then of Tsubasa in her cat form jumping. So you can see that the creators, had a look in how a cat moves and tried to take that over as good as possible. So that's a nice thing. We've seen it from Araragi as well when he fled the house, that he kind of moved like the cat there as well. The two things sticking out in the intro seem to be I'm not sure. I think it's not braids. It's those little clips that you have in your hair. In the case of Tsubasa Hanekawa. So that's what it is. As I already said in the intro, someone mentioned that it is that there is like a theme going on. That the girls have different kind of hair or hair rope, to say so. I will look out if there's more of this in other seasons as well. The interesting thing for me here was, so Araragi was sneaking into her house, which isn't a nice thing to do, but I guess he is really interested in what the heck is going on. And he saw something which he was afraid of, which he fled off, and he was not just afraid or anything, he was like panicking. So I asked myself, what did he see? We had some pictures of the house later on, but there was not so much clear for me. So what he says is the house has 6 rooms and none of them is from her. So she has no own room, which is interesting. Because it either means she's living together with someone else there, with like a sister, brother, whatever, or she is living in a shared space or in a, just in the kitchen or stuff like that. Which might be why he was so shaken. Maybe there's like a room that she is kind of like holed inside. I don't know. I guess we will see in the next episode. What we've seen from the house, however, is it was very clean, very cold in some ways, if you know. So the dining room with a table and 3 chairs standing next to each other, so none next on the opposite side. So it's like someone is on your left, someone is on your right, you're sitting in the middle. I guess that's maybe like what they're eating like. This will be high pressure in such a case. But there then was a room with a single chair. So I asked myself, what does this mean? Does it mean that these parents of hers are sitting extremely close to her and she's like caught between them? Or does it mean that there are 3 people eating together while she is sitting in the other room alone? Which might be as well. Both options would be kind of not positive. So that's one thing. I think we haven't seen the room which he was so shaken about. Or I kind of missed it. I don't know, but there was nothing like extremely horrific instantly, except that this house in general was very, you know, grown up and tidied and cold. And if you grow up in a house like that, there was no space for kids, you know? Whatever it was, he says it was unrepairable, not fixable. You can't solve this problem, kind of, because I think he kind of hoped to be able to kind of solve the problem with the family. The cat is out of the house, we know that. There's a saying, the mouse is out of the house, so here it is the cat. She's running around the town, draining people, a lot of them, as it seems. The Fire Sisters are aware of it, so they wanted to go hunting for the cat. And Araragi was able to kind of lure them into staying at home by saying that he's afraid and wants to sleep in the same bed with his sisters. I mean, they're a bit too old for all of this, but I see where this is playing to, and it's a nice way of showing how close they can be if they want to. So, Karen had no saying here, but Tsukihi very, very much liked it. So she was instantly in for it. So they cancelled their plan of hunting. Instead, they are sleeping in the same bed with the big brother. And it was a nice picture, you know? You can see that this family is close, and not just by cuddly, but by, you know, they feel close to each other. And there were some kind of hilarious moments when he was like replacing himself with a tree stump or stuff like that, or that the girls were in one of the nights outside of the bed and someone is stealing the blanket from the other. So there were some entertaining moments in, and I liked it. It wasn't a good thing. We had Oshino in the episode. That was interesting. So he lost to the metal cat 20 times. He tried to fight her again and again. And he did lose because not of the cat, but because of the president in the end, of Tsubasa. Due to her knowledge, due to the fact that she's incredibly intelligent. So the metal cat is able to use the knowledge, the tactics, strategies, and so on from the person she has taken over. And I mean, we already knew that Hanekawa was a clever girl. She's class rep not without a reason. We know that she's very focused on learning. And as it seems, this goes way beyond any normal amount. So the cat was impressed by that. And she's able to use the skill set, the knowledge about tactics, strategy, and so on from Hanekawa to fight more efficiently, and thus she was able to counter everything that Oshino tried. So seeing that this cat is not around since a day or two, she had quite a couple of people before under her control. That shows us again that Hanekawa is something special. So nice to know, and impressive. He Oshino once again pointed out that a vampire might be still stronger, as we know. And the interesting question if how much of the behavior of the cat is really the cat and how much is the person taken over. And I see where this is leading to. They had it with this, if a person is always nice, there's no thing like an always nice person. Everyone has light and shadow. So if there's much light, there will be some shadow somewhere. Even the nicest person will have a dark side. It is part of our being. We are both. So I think it is more that the cat gives you the option to live out the darker sides of yourself. Because you have like, you can say it wasn't me, it was a cat, you know? And it lowers your inhibitions about doing things like alcohol does. and it lives out those things for you. So they had this saga about this farmer who buried a cat and then went roughshod, went completely crazy, and in the end there was no cat inside of him. He wasn't taking over. Well, it's a bit strange. I would say the cat like triggered it still. So as I said, lowered the inhibitions and then he went crazy. It is not the same for Hanekawa because we have outer appearance changes. She has the cat ears and everything, different hair color and all such stuff. But I can see what they want to tell us here. It's not just the cat having fun. It is additional all this suppressed anger and problems that Hanekawa has, which is now lived out. So that's this. We then had the meeting of the two of them. So Araragi and the cat met again. Once again creepily. So he was licking the desks off. I still don't get him sometimes. I mean, what the heck is wrong with him? So the cat appeared, gave us some informations. Interesting for me is, however, so she acts as though she appeared to tell him to make Oshino stopping attacking her. So she's like, hey, tell the old guy to stop attacking me. I don't want to harm him. Because she likes him. My Miyasta likes him. Hanekawa does. So I will not kill him, but, 20 times enough. So she acts as though this is a reason. I'm not sure here. She is aware of the fact that he is a vampire. And I think she wants to check what he will do. Is he really going against her? Because in my opinion, she is very well aware that he is a danger to her. We know that Hanekawa seems to have some feelings for him. It is this way. It is kind of unlikely that Hanekawa would really allow herself to kill him. Hurt him, yes, maybe, but kill him, no. And he has the potential to stop the cat somehow. I mean, a vampire is a strong thing, as we know. So I think she is on the one. She's playing with fire, like this. Checking, will he do something? There's maybe the inner wish of Hanekawa to see him somehow, and the cat is checking the potential problems in her area. She says she will need 500 more people to be drained before she can go away, and she's aware of the fact that this doesn't solve the issue. It just gives a temporary relief. So, I mean, from her point of view, it makes complete sense. She doesn't want to leave. She will be then still in there. She will drain the people, stress will be gone, and then she will sleep for a bit and wake up again and drain more people, I guess. So for her, it's possibly like a perfect combination. What was interesting, however, is the fact that what she said about Hanekawa. The fact that Hanekawa, when she picked up the metal cat and buried her, had no emotions at all. So it was not of like, oh, sad little thing. It was not really wish to help. It was not feeling sorry for the cat, anything. It was just, what would a good person do? That's what I will do now. So it's this very completely emotionless acting a persona to the outside, which possibly is a reason for the stress. So Hanekawa is playing to be someone very often that she isn't, and by just playing this perfect girl, this clever and kind person, just by playing so, she kind of became it. It's not uncommon. We all have an outside face and an inside face. The outside face is what we show to the world, what people, if they don't know us closer, think we are like. So it's if you're going into a shop and you buy something, normally the clerk will smile, He will be like, hey, welcome to my shop, nice to see you, how's the kids, how's your wife, how's your whatever you're living with, Oh, nice to hear, yeah, and then you buy, and then you leave, and when you turn and you close the door, he goes with what he's doing. It's not like he is really lying to you. It is this it is expected to act that way. You want to sell more, you want your customers to be happy, so you smile, so you are nice, you ask about the person, you either really are interested or at least you feign interest, so you act as though you're interested. You can guess that for the clerks, like 90% of what they hear is thrown away at the end of the day, because you cannot keep everything. So it's not like they are really actively lying, but it is part of it. It's the same for like everyone who is working with people, possibly, and it is in general life. If you're meeting with friends and so on, and they ask you, "Hey, how are you?" and you're like, "Oh well, I'm okay." How often do you say, "I'm okay," or "Well, it's okay," you know, well, normal day, stuff like that, without really thinking about it? There are days when we are not feeling good, when we are feeling like I don't want to, you know, just leave me alone. I want to go into this corner, sit and cry, and then I will eat popcorn and I don't know, drink a cacao or a coffee or whatever, and just, you know, snuggle into my bed and say goodbye world. There are those days, we all have them. And but who honestly wants to hear that? If they ask you, if someone asks you, "How's your day?" No one really wants to hear, "Oh, so good you're asking. I'm so bad today. Oh, my back is hurting, and oh, I think I have a headache, and oh, everyone's so grumpy today, and it's so good you're asking. You're my best friend, I can tell you everything." We don't want to hear that. No one wants. So, and we learned that from ourselves because we don't want to get too much of this from others. So we keep it inside. We do not say. And that's what Hanekawa does. She keeps her pressure inside. She keeps her problems inside. The stress that she has at home, she doesn't tell many people or no one. The fact that she's feeling not understood, that she seems to have feelings for Araragi. She doesn't tell him directly either. All those things she keeps inside, so it builds up and she presses him in. And doing this, we all do, kind of, I think. Some people are able to release this pressure in time by, I don't know, going rock climbing or shouting or training some kind of sports to let it out. Some people that do that in vacation. Some people just sleep and it releases a little bit. For her, she keeps it all inside because she has so much of this out of different reasons. And this is why she's so, as it seems, a bit emotionally damaged. So she acts to be something, at least partially she's not. And that's what's interesting to the cat, because she hadn't had that before. Someone so different, so interesting to play with. So what she said to Araragi in the end were some interesting points. Just don't act. And that's the cat, you know, for Araragi. Just don't do anything, okay? And we are fine. That is why she's there. She's making sure he is not acting. Because as long as he's not doing anything, she has time to do whatever she wants. And she says to him, farewell and be happy. I mean, she's a metal cat. She's not about making people happy. So she bids to him farewell and be happy. That's very interesting to me. And Araragi later on thinks about that he really loves Hanekawa, which is good to know. So he has very, very deep feelings for her. And they are so deep that he cannot even touch her. And he wants to die for her, which is a strange thing. But it comes out of the out of the discussion with the metal cat, which said, if you touch me, if you come close, if you stand in my way, it might maybe I will kill you. So I want to die for Hanekawa, not for the cat. Is the in a reflection the fact that he realizes, I'm willing to be killed by this cat if it helps Hanekawa, because I have those feelings for her. That's a very strange kind of love he has there, but I think I can somehow at least partially understand it. He kind of puts Hanekawa on a pedestal. He has a very sanctioned view of her, of kind of like she's a saint, of someone who's incredibly kind of perfect to him, in the meaning of not being a woman he wants to have sex with, but of a person who is incredibly good, genuine, intelligent, had a lot of struggle in her life in this case, and still is strong in helping others. So he looks up to her. That's the thing. He looks up to her, and thus this love is on a different level, which is very strange to explain. But I can understand it, at least partially. Okay. Not that he wouldn't go for a snuggle if he could. No question there. I think that's it for this time. We will have one more episode of this storyline, which I guess will end with the drain, with the vampire versus cat fight, which we have seen already. But it led to this all the way. So I really like it. It's good. I was a bit unsure about those 4 parts in the first 2, because it partially felt like we have known much of this already. But as I said, it gives deeper feelings, deeper backgrounds, and it explains very, very much to me this very strange relationship that Hanekawa and Araragi have in the first 2 seasons. So good to have. So, here we go. I hope you enjoyed. As always, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. And I will see you the next time. Until then, my name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.